now you're probably getting weary of my mockery of the excessive use of silhouettes in all the prior examples. Now let me clarify, I don't hate them, I just feel that they were extremely overused as time went on. It just never had the same flavor when you compare it to when they were used the best, which brings us neatly to Thunderball. Much like its predecessor, this one balances boldness with simplicity. This one, however, ups the ante with striking color and unmistakable imagery, which drops hints at what sort of action we're going to be seeing in this movie. And what's even more impressive here is that while it does drop those hints, it does so without spoiling the story. The silhouettes here are being used to tease and intrigue the audience. It's like seeing a trailer for a movie done entirely with shadow puppets, projected using bold, solid colors to make the shadows more solid and more striking. And funny enough, the silhouettes don't even need to do much, just swim across the frame and periodically shoot a spear gun. While many of the later efforts were obviously pulled off on a soundstage, this one looks like a few days in a large pool, and obviously required a lot of techniques to make it look as clean as it does. As for the song itself, there's actually an interesting bit of history on that topic. The title song, sung by Tom Jones, was in fact not the original song. The original song was supposed to be Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It was first sung by Dionne Warwick and was later re-recorded with Shirley Bassey. The latter makes sense given her success with the previous theme. Why was it switched out? You guessed it, the song didn't have the movie title in it, so they had to go back and shoehorn a weird title into an entirely new song. Whether or not the credits were finished at the same time the song was is unknown, and whether one is better than the other is debatable.
He's tall and he's dark, and like a shark, he looks for trouble.
Let me remind you, we're here to talk about what is, not what could have been, and what is, well, compared to odd efforts like Moonraker and The Living Daylights, this one does fare a lot better, which is impressive considering that notoriously Tom Jones himself was dubious as to what the lyrics even meant. In the context of the movie, Thunderball was the code name of the mission, which I suspect is code for an atomic bomb. So if it helps, Mr. Jones, the lyrics imply that Bond is going to strike with the force of an atomic bomb.
Did I just blow your mind?
Even with odd lyrics, I gotta sing praises for Jones' performance of the song. While a powerful, booming voice has always been Tom Jones' bread and butter, his rendition of the title song is so committed he reportedly fainted in the recording booth after belting out the final note. Keep that in mind when you listen to the last part of the song. Just picture Tom Jones at the microphone, mouth agape as he bellows the last note with every ounce of diaphragmatic strength he has, and then collapses. The only way this could possibly be the musical equivalent to the tale of John Henry is if he died when he hit the floor. That is pretty commendable, especially when you remember that, again, Jones didn't know what Thunderball meant.